$30 million raised, $9.5 million in annual revenue. Employees, 0. Not a small team. Not a lean team. 0. One founder in San Francisco, and a network of machines that work while he sleeps. And this isn't a thought experiment. The company launched in December 2025 and hit those numbers in months. So today, we're going inside a company like this, hour by hour, for a full 24 hours. And by the end, you'll have the answer to the question everyone's actually asking. Is this a real business? Or the most expensive magic trick in Silicon Valley? 6 in the morning. The founder wakes up, and the first thing he does tells you everything about how this company works. He doesn't check messages from his team because there is no team. He checks output. Overnight, while he was asleep, his software went to work, researching a market, writing code, drafting marketing, answering customer questions. He wakes up to a to-do list that has already partly done itself. Now, if that sounds like science fiction, hold on. Because he also spends most of that morning fixing what the machines got wrong. Both things are true at once, and that's the tension of this entire story. So here's the question to keep in your head for the next 10 minutes. Is a company with no employees a genuine new species of business, or an accounting trick with great marketing? I'll answer it properly at the end. First, let's see what actually happened overnight. 8 a.m. Here's what a night shift looks like when nobody's awake. His agents don't wait to be asked. They run in a loop. Check what the business needs, do it, report back. One is scanning what competitors changed. One is writing and shipping code. One is handling support tickets. One is drafting posts. None of them sleep. None of them take holiday. And none of them are on a payroll. Now compare that to how this used to work. To launch a software company in 2015, you hired a developer, a designer, a support person, a marketer. 4 salaries burning every month, before a single customer paid you a cent. That's the old physics. You paid for capacity you hoped to use. And here's how far this shift has already spread. In the US alone, there are now 30.4 million businesses with no employees at all. That's 78% of all American businesses, nearly 4 out of 5, together making around $1.8 trillion a year. Most of them aren't AI startups, but they're all running on the same idea. Don't hire what you can rent. 10 a.m. Let's talk about the $30 million, because how he raised it is the strangest part. He didn't pitch the investors himself. He let them pitch his AI agent instead. They asked it questions, gave it tasks, and watched it work. The demo was the pitch, and investors wrote a $30 million check to a company with a headcount of 1. Why would anyone do that? Because of one number that has quietly broken venture capital's old math: revenue per employee. AI-native startups are now averaging about $3.5 million of revenue per person. The old software average was around $610,000. That's 5.7 times more output per human, with teams that are roughly 40% smaller. If you're an investor, that number changes what a big company even looks like. But a company still needs people to function. So who's actually doing the work? Midday. And here's the part that gets left out of the headlines. He spends his afternoon in meetings with other companies. One provides the secure sandboxes his agents run inside. One lets those agents use a web browser like a human would. One handles the payment rails. He isn't hiring those skills, he's renting them by the minute. So does he have 0 employees? Technically, yes. Does he have 0 people? Absolutely not. There are engineers behind every one of those services, and he's paying all of them, just through invoices instead of payroll. It still takes a village. He simply doesn't put the village on his salary list. That's not a scam, by the way. It's a genuine shift in where the costs sit. But it does mean the headline is doing some heavy lifting. 3 in the afternoon, and we hit the wall that every one of these companies hits. Compute. Every task his agents run costs money and processing power, and the chips that provide it, GPUs, have become the hardest thing in tech to get hold of. On the big traditional clouds, waiting times for the top chips have stretched to 36 to 52 weeks, Nearly a year. A startup asking for thousands of them will often be offered hundreds. And when supply is short, the cloud providers serve their $100 million enterprise customers first. The one-person company is last in the queue. Here's the detail that makes it almost funny. An estimated 95% of the chips already sitting inside big companies are idle, unused, while startups can't get any. There is a workaround. Smaller specialized providers can hand you computing power in days, at prices 60 to 75% below 2 years ago. But the lesson stands. The bottleneck of this new economy isn't hiring anymore. It's electricity and silicon. 6 p.m. Time for the part most founders get wrong, and he gets very right. His marketing isn't a budget. It's the story itself. One person, $30 million, no staff, is a headline that travels for free. Podcasts want it. Journalists want it. You clicked on it. That's not an accident. It's a deliberate strategy. Even inside the product, it shows. A feature that lets the system run on its own for hours could be called something technical and forgettable. Instead, they name it something like God mode, because a boring name gets used and a memorable name gets talked about. In an economy where anyone can build software in an afternoon, the code stopped being the moat. Attention is the moat. 9 p.m. Let's put real numbers on how far this leverage goes, because the examples are genuinely absurd. One AI image company makes roughly $200 million a year with about 11 people. That's around $18 million of revenue per person. An AI coding company reached about $2 billion in annual revenue with roughly 50 people, close to $40 million per employee. For comparison, a traditional well-run software company celebrates $600,000. This is why the head of OpenAI reportedly runs a betting pool among tech chief executives on one question. Which year do we see the first one-person billion-dollar company? Not whether, which year? And the ground is already shifting underneath us. 1 in every 3 new startups today is founded by a single person. 6 years ago, it was fewer than 1 in 4. So the trend is real. The numbers are real. But that still doesn't answer our question. Midnight. Real company or magic trick? Here's the honest answer. It's both. And the interesting part is which half is which. The trick is the wording. 0 employees does not mean 0 people. It means 0 payroll. There are partners, contractors, agencies, investors, and rented computers doing work. All being paid, just not through a salary. Anyone selling you, "I built a company with nobody," is selling you a definition, not a miracle. But underneath the wording sits a genuinely new thing. And this is the part worth stealing. Fixed costs became variable costs. In the old model, you hired 4 people, and those 4 salaries left your account every month, whether you had customers or not. You paid for capacity in advance and hoped. In the new model, you rent the same capabilities by the minute, and when nobody's using your product, the cost falls to almost nothing. That's not a small tweak. That's the difference between needing permission to start and just starting. What doesn't transfer, and let's be honest about it, $30 million in funding and a city where you bump into investors at a coffee shop. That's still rare, still lucky, and still mostly closed. So what do you take from a day inside a company like this? 3 things. 1. The leverage is genuinely available now, and it's cheap. The tools that let one person do the work of 4 cost less per month than 1 afternoon of a freelancer's time. 2. Stay small until it works. Every hire is a fixed cost bet on a future you can't see yet. And the founders doing this well hire only after the thing is already working, never before. 3. Know where the bottleneck moved. It's not labor anymore, it's computing power, and it's attention. Whoever can afford the processing and earn the eyeballs wins the next decade, and exactly one of those 2 is free. One founder, $30 million, a machine that never sleeps, and a night shift with nobody in it. The first one-person billion-dollar company probably isn't a question of if anymore, just of when and of who. Next video, every type of debt, ranked from harmless to life-ruining. Subscribe so you catch it. And tell me in the comments, Would you rather run a one-person company with machines or a 50-person company with humans? Just type 1 or 50. I read every answer.